So, you get food for life. Doesn't matter what it is or whatever and all that, right? You get free food now for life, prepared for you.
Okay.
But
okay.
The first color you see is going to be the color of your meal palette for that day. So all your food items are going to be that color that you see when you first wake up.
Okay.
So, like, for instance, if it's like, I don't know, brown, you have to eat like steak or like brown food.
Okay.
Brown rice.
All right.
Are you down?
Is it so? This is like a forever thing.
Yeah, it's
like
forever.
Every day.
Yeah, every single day.
Color I see.
Yep. Every day you wake up.
Probably be a lot of my ceiling tile, so probably a lot of white. But if it's expertly prepared for me, I probably won't. Am I allowed to get sides that are of different colors, or it can only be white?
They can also only be white. So it's like, so with white, you'll get like rice on rice on rice.
Hey, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna only eat rice my entire life. I'm sure there's white foods.
Well, what if you like paint your ceiling?
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I'll just paint my ceiling every single day, or I'll just wear a face mask.
Oh, there you go.
That's color.
That's thinking outside the box. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Double Dip Draft. I'm your host, Cabral. Joining me,
I am Claire of the Maryland Manectrics. You know, I was gonna pull up some crazy improv bit and lie and say that I was someone else, but I decided against it.
Well, you could have done that. I would have believed you. You got the Mr. Potato Head. You can put anyone's face on.
I totally could have. I could have been anybody. I could have been you.
Oh, that would be
anyways,
crazy. Imagine two Cabrals in this world.
That'd be nuts. What if I am Cabral?
That's crazy. Maybe we're all a little bit
inside.
Anyways, welcome to the Scarlet Division for week 7, the final week. No, the video's not late. You're late. So, we got a lot going on.
We got some hype matches going on today.
So, Scarlet Division is one of the few divisions where a lot of things can shake up. Teal has a lot more shake up, and you can check Claire and I out in the Teal Division video, but first we got to cover Scarlet. So, just because Nick is in second, he is not safe. He is a 4-2-9. That's really solid. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Menma is at a 3-3-2. If he wins by 4 and Nick loses by 4, they can both just drop out. Oh, sorry. Nick can drop out and Menma can take his place.
Of course.
Now, obviously,
that is good. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's...
They're both pretty good players, so seeing either one of them lose by 4 would be pretty crazy. But I guess we're going to have to see with that. I think first place is looking pretty secure with our man Vincent.
Yeah, and at this point, Jake cannot make it into playoffs whatsoever.
But
even
might as well play hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I was gonna say okay, yeah, but even with the 6-0, like Bananas can only drop to like what -3.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jake is at the cusp. If it was a -9, no, because I think Bananas won the head-to-head, so he'd need to be -8 and then win with a 6-0.
Actually, he fights Bananas this week.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to see if he wins that head-to-head in that hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good segue to starting our matches, don't you think?
It kind of is. Is that actually our first match? It is our first match.
It can be. We make the rules here. It could totally be our first match.
It is our first match. What are you talking about?
It is now.
So we do have Jake of the San Fran Furrets versus Bananas of the Don't Drop That Dedennes. Yeah. And we see actually a little bit of a shakeup on Jake's end. I do believe, though, he's running some similar sets to what he had in previous weeks. Bananas, though, also bringing a similar set, but I see Cloth. And we love Cloth.
Cloth, yeah. Has he brought it often? I don't recall seeing it, but...
Not often.
No, I think he's brought it
once or twice.
Once or twice. pretty good Pokemon with its Anger Shell if you can get it to work. If he's even... It gets Regenerator, actually, which if you build for it, especially when you get Terra, it could actually be a pretty useful... I'm not going to say stall, but a pretty nifty wall. Give it a Fairy Terra typing. Unfortunately, when you're looking at the previews of the Terra type, at least on my screen, it does not show which Pokemon is assigned to which Terra type. Like, I'm just seeing for Bananas' first Pokemon is a Grass Terra type. I'm going to have to assume that's Meowscarada. Unfortunately, if you're watching replays, you're not going to be able to see the actual sprites, but I'm assuming it's Cloth with the Water Terra type. Could be a pretty good wall. We're going to have to see if that makes an appearance.
I think they actually... if I just do this real quick. Give me a second. Yeah. It's based off of position, so Hippowdon is Water Terra on Jake's team, and then we have Scarlata's Grass Terra, Golden Ghost Steel, Keldeo Water, Hitmontop. Yeah, so Cloth is the Water Terra.
Okay. Well, we've just seen our lead for Jake's team come out, so I think
actually, no, they haven't. It's still on the lineup. Until we actually say we're ready, the video doesn't start playing because the power of editing.
Oh, of course. I didn't see anything there.
No, but you know what? Let's go ahead and just start it then at this rate. So, we do have Hippowdon lead, which Jake has done every week. Meowscarada is a great pick because Bananas probably was like, oh, I just clicked triple axle here. Hey, there it is.
You probably saw that lead coming now. Snorlax with the thick fat and the subsequent miss of the second triple axle.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up Jake turn 1.
Yeah, but the Ice Punch is not great into this entire team.
Especially against a Protean Ice.
Yeah. Brings out Deoxys on a Psychic type, which isn't really ideal. I know Jake is running Trick on that thing with a band.
Trick on the Deoxys? Interesting.
Yeah, and that would have been really good. Nice burn.
That is nice. That is nice. Good play. It was very brave, especially in front of Golden Go, which can't be burned. Deoxys speed hitting the field.
Golden Go coming out to deal with this and take a hit, or
E-speed. E-speed into a switch out. You can probably make a decent assumption that it's banded there, which would have been an interesting trick you mentioned prior.
Yeah. And I instantly see what Bananas is going for. Now, I'm very certain that Jake is running Whirlwind on this thing. We only ever see it do a couple moves, but I'm pretty certain he's running Whirlwind. Which would have been great to click here. Okay. It's also really good to click here.
Which we just are not seeing.
No.
But unfortunately... A fisherman spots another fisherman from afar, and from that first calm line, I kind of see that this was going to be happening. The stored power sweep. Favorite tactic of mine in OU is now coming into full force here on draft with a team that has no dark types.
Yeah, and I know that Jake was busy this season and everything because he's got some little Pokemon and actually had a lot of little plays he could have done with these guys.
Right.
But I mean, he's barely playing Pokemon for the first time, just learning and just playing it and just enjoying it. So he's having a good time though.
25% on a +3 Reuniclus is not bad.
Yeah.
Wyvern's packing some serious power to even make that possible.
Yeah. And
the Drain Punch.
Probably for some health.
I think just clicking a move at this point, there wasn't anything that could have been done to stop that Reuniclus. A dark type here would have gone really hard. I'm gonna have to see if Jake's team had a dark type, which it didn't.
I don't remember if it did. No.
It does not. I think the most specially bulky thing he could have popped off here was a Florges.
Yep.
But at some point, that stored power is going to do so much damage that it doesn't even matter what your special defense set is. This thing probably could have done some serious damage to a Blissey.
Mm-hmm. And with that, though, That does guarantee Bananas into playoffs. He was sitting at a 3-3 at 3, which is really fun to say.
Dicey.
But that will guarantee him into playoffs, which means there's 2 people left. There's 3 people left who are fighting for that playoffs place. Nick doesn't want to lose. Menma wants to win. And Black Captain doesn't want to lose by a lot.
Yeah. But I guess we're going to have to see how things play out in the next match, huh?
Yeah. We got Growin over here of the Lansdowne Luxrays and Menma fighting for
Minnesota
his
Jynx. Yeah, so Menma is he's not bringing Arch this time around, which I get. We got Trapinch here, which is a ground type with Arena Trap. So small as it is, I would not be sleeping on Trapinch because comes in hard on an Electro shot. Can't really switch out. I mean, I don't know how much Trapinch's most powerful ground move is going to be doing, but it can soak an Electro shot and play from there.
I'm not sure if the Earthquake would kill that. It do a lot of damage though.
I'm sure,
but I mean,
if it's banded.
I see as a Rude. This thing gets first impression. It does a lot to Latios. It kills Whimsicott, I'm pretty sure. It kills the Rude, I'm 100% sure.
Yeah. Latios is here, very nice. So we're not seeing Barrascuda either.
No, I feel
well, you've already got Kingdra as a swift swimmer, so I guess you need to double dip.
I feel I feel like he hasn't brought Barrascuda to a lot of his fights.
No, I actually have the matchup sheet open right here. So let's see if we can get a usage stat for Barrascuda. It was only brought twice, which is very surprising considering it's sky-high speed stat, very high attack stat. This thing is an OU mainstay along with Pelipper and formerly Arch before it was banned to Uber. So those 3 made a pretty powerful trio.
Yeah, they really did.
Not seeing a lot of Barrascuda, but considering the lineup here, I think it might have been a solid play to not bring it because it's not very bulky.
No, but it flip turns all day.
Yeah, but if you can get Trapinch in on front of it,
that's
Growin would definitely have a slow pivot into it because everything's slower than Barrascuda.
Yeah.
Slow pivot into Trapinch. That thing is not surviving a first impression.
Yeah.
No matter how defensive it is, I think Trapinch is just. I think it's got an attack stat of 100.
Yep, 100 base attack.
There's nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, there was no chance. I think it was very wise to not bring Barrascuda.
Makes sense.
But okay. I think that's a bit of preamble done.
Yeah, I also see some other fun Pokemon on ground scene, but let's chat about that while we see the game start. We do see Vaporeon coming out. Hold on a second.
Oh, wacky names.
Yeah, wacky
Ceaseless
names.
Edge, always could bleed.
Mm-hmm. Latios coming in on this very bold move. Thunderbolt does kill it.
Thunderbolt. Yeah.
A knockoff would have actually really hurt that thing too.
What's really funny is that Growin had immunities for all of Latios' stabs on his team. It was just a matter of, I don't even want to say predicting what to switch in on, because Jolteon could have Volt absorbed that, but I can't really fault him. It was a bit dicey.
Yeah. By the way, the roll on that was crazy. So we had Mimikyu do 44% and then 49% on that Whimsicott.
That was pretty nuts.
Yeah. That crit is really unfortunate. We do have an Agua Berry popping off, though.
We're going to see.
And at this point, Late C was clicked and everything, which is unfortunate, but Trapinch comes in, and
this is exactly
sashed,
what Growin wants.
And this is what it does. You throw a sash on this, you click first impression.
Yep.
Jolteon.
Any dark grass type. Just not living against that. Now, Zarude, I believe, could have Terra'd here, but Menma is saving his Terra for a, I want to say, good reason.
Yeah.
The Cecil judgment is a little unfortunate.
You know, actually, what's crazy, if he actually clicked, Aqua Cutter there, this thing Terra fired in front of a water type.
Now, to be fair, it was tearing out of a 4X weakness, and Rhyperior does have solid rock going for it, so I think there was a good chance it would
Yeah, that's true.
take some damage, but I think it would definitely live.
Yeah.
The Leech Seed heal, very nice, but unfortunately under the rain, Surf is just going to do Apple in.
Yep. First impression kills, though. Let's go.
Again. Let's go. Okay, now Menma's setting up his end game.
Yep.
He's got a very fast Rhyperior.
Rock Blast just kills.
Unfortunately.
It's so unfortunate because if that killed this, then that likely would have been over for Growan. Some chance possibly to come back.
Yeah.
Jolteon's still fully healthy. I'm sure Trapinch can get some chip off on something, but the Tailwind was such a good play.
It was good. I do think had Rhyperior just hit one more Rock Blast, I don't think there was the best possibility Growan would have come back for that. I think Menma would have clinched the win.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to say he did get kind of screwed over by RNG here, which is very unfortunate coming into week 7 with his record. If Menma had won here, I would have said it would have been like a 5-3. That would have bumped him up to a 5-2-5. To a 4-2-5. We're gonna have to see how that plays out in our final statistics to see if that mattered. But going forward, it's my heart really goes out to Menma here. Well fought on both sides. I love seeing that Rhyperior set.
Yeah, but that Trapinch got 2 kills.
I love seeing the Trapinch pop off. That was very good planning from Growan. That was very good tactical usage of the Trapinch. He knew exactly what that thing needed to do, and he made sure it did it well.
I would hope so. I drilled it into him. I'm like, you always switch this in on Zarude because he's going to click Trailblaze or move, and it can't kill you because you have a sash.
Yeah.
So then you just click first impression and kill it. What a fun match. But that does ensure, again, you're right. We do have to see for sure if like Black Cap or not, Menma's out. But we are on the next match if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, so we're looking at Vincent of the Heerlen Hawluchas, I hope I pronounced that right, and Ray High. I think I pronounced that right. I'm so bad at
it's Black Captain
getting these names. Yeah, Black Captain, of course.
Yeah.
Martian Mantines, Black Captain of the Martian Mantines. Thank you. What is there to say about Vincent's team? I think we'll start there. Vincent's got, right off the bat, I want to say a pretty strong mix of offense and defense. Ogre Pond, right off the bat, is rocking its cornerstone mask, so it does get sturdy, so that's pretty solid defenses.
And Alomomola is here again, like every single week. I think it's actually come. Regenerator, Flip Turns, Wish. It's so good. Protect, that's all it needs.
It's so good. Yeah.
Bisharp here with Eviolite.
Bisharp. Yeah, we've seen it run some utility sets before in the past. I think it's run Taunt. I think it's run Thunder Wave to some pretty good effects. It's been frustrating to a lot of people in the past, but Vincent knows how to really play his cards. Infernate, very fast, very offensive. Landorus, the type coverage is just insane on that thing. Yeah. Although I say that, and its secondary typing of flying, its only flying move is in and of itself Fly, which, unless he's running a power herb, which I don't think he is this week, is very risky to actually use. So it's as flying as it is, you're not really going to see any flying coverage coming from it.
Yeah. And
of course, Tentacruel, in the past, it was part of the Mirror Coat Brigade of week 6, I want to say.
Yeah.
We're going to have to see if it pops Mirror Coat.
I do see Quagsire and Thunders on the other side. We do see the Rock Boy over there too. And here's the thing, Rock Boy is really good. I like Iron Boulder, but like it gets hit by so much stuff type.
It gets hit, yeah. And unfortunately, one of its biggest threats is Sucker Punch. Although I'd like to cut. I know I kind of dug into Iron Boulder a little bit too much on week 6 again, I want to say, but it's a glass cannon, so everything I said really applies to the glass cannons there. You really want to watch out for Sucker Punch. I think it runs something like a setup set very well, especially if you get electric terrain setup, which Black Captain has shown in the past that he can do with his Prankster Thunderous, so you could run a very interesting setup on that team. We're gonna have to see if he manages that. Fortress, Premier, Setter, Sweeper, Spinner.
Setter, Sweeper, let's go Fortress.
Set up Sweeper, let's go for Fortress.
Sets up your usual hazards and everything. Quagsire Unaware is really good. And I mean, I think at this point it's a matter of seeing, like, because this is make or break for Black Captain, potentially.
Potentially. If he makes it close, that could still be pretty good for him. I mean, he's at a 4-2-5, so
yeah.
I think at this point he'd probably need to be 6-0'd to lose. No, actually, at this point, I believe Menmo is at a -2 state.
Yep.
So Black Captain is actually looking very comfortable already. His statistics are looking pretty good. We're going to have to see how this goes as we jump into this match right now.
Yeah, we're jumping in with Ogerpon Cornerstone coming out first, and we have Thunderous coming out, expecting a rock move because Ivy Cudgel is mean. Hits hard.
Yeah, Ivy Cudgel, even against Fortress, that is big.
Yeah.
The spiky shield with no hazards up. Can't fish out any damage yet because Fortress does not want... Well, it could have body press.
Yeah.
The Giga Drain on Fortress, very interesting. Toxic Spikes, not bad at all.
Yeah. What type is Tachyon Cutter? Steel?
It's a steel type.
Okay.
Also, we just noticed Tentacruel busting at the Mirror Coat, Mirror Coated Vincent special, so
yep.
Gotta be careful with the Mirror Coats when you're fighting this guy. He's done it before, he will do it again.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen a psychic move off of this thing, but you know what? Black Captain might be expecting it. Bolt Switch is pretty safe. Going back to Fortress, getting another Mirror Coat that just kills this thing. Mirror Coat's a psychic type move, isn't it?
Mirror Coat is a psychic type move, yes.
Yeah. We do see that Terror to Water, and I believe that was likely he was expecting to finally get hit by a psychic move there to not take as much damage and to Mirror Coat back the damage.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
That's probably why it came. Focus Punch is sick. Let's go.
That's heat right there.
Grass Knot coming out, though.
Unfortunately, followed up by a Grass Knot, which the genies do like to run.
Yeah. Coming out.
The taunt, unfortunately, the prankster is... Yeah. So that was a nothing turn right there.
Yeah. I love the 2 turns in a row of Thunder Wave into this thing because Black Cat refused to switch out.
Yeah, which... You know, he's got the immunities. It would suck to have something paralyzed, so... I think Black Captain made a good call there.
Yeah. Terra Dark on the Decidueye Hisui. I'm not sure what the dark is for. Maybe to prevent...
I'm not sure.
Well, no, because I was going to say prevent Prankster, but that's Thunderous.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Mirror Coat?
Possibly, but Decidueye isn't really running special moves.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the dark type was for there.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was there for a good reason. I just don't really know what it is. Alright, of the genies in the Sludge Wave War, Landorus is going to be winning with its resistance.
Yep. Psyshock coming out.
Okay, so we've got this. Quark Drive on the Iron Crown immediately fading.
Yep.
But we still have Thunderous alive, so there's a chance to get it back.
Yeah, and despite being toxic with the Lola Mola, Vincent is just playing super well overall. Flip turning, wishing when he can, going out, Regenerator takes back up, comes back in, and it heals so much because look, he's just chipping this away, just whittling this down.
He's just not able to do substantial damage. And at this point, I think it's fair to assume that Iron Crown is specs here.
Yeah.
It's not popping any Volt Switches. It's not popping any Calm Minds.
Yeah.
Calm Mind probably would have gone far here, but you never know. Thunderous is back out.
Yeah, and Thunders can't do anything about Lanturns itself, even with Electric Terrain coming up. Switching into Iron Boulder. Getting hit by Sludge Wave. Going back into a Alola. This thing just sitting on Mighty Thieves.
Unfortunately, this thing must have been built with a bold nature because it is only taking 27 from an Iron Boulder.
Yeah.
It's only using Mighty Cleave. I don't know if that's a sign of it being choiced or not. I doubt it's banded because the damage on here is very low.
Yeah, unless the thing's just super bulky, which is really weird. But again, we see Vincent just constantly switching, keeping his Alola healthy and alive, because if he doesn't have that, he can't deal with these Pokemon.
So, that is a win in Vincent's favor.
Yep.
But Black Captain did play very well here. Bringing it down to a 3-0 is very good for his differential in such a tight spot.
Yep.
That brings him down to a 4-3 with a 2 differential. But I think at this point, we've decided that Black Captain has now been rated higher than Menma. His differential is higher. Although, you know, he's got 4 wins, so he's pretty tightly secured himself already. Black Captain didn't really need a win here.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have gotten him the bye since Vincent was already at 6. He was pretty much guaranteed to get it. So a win really wouldn't have changed here going into this match. Black Captain was not in any danger.
At that point, it's just placement and seeing what the other divisions do at that point for playoffs brackets.
Right. The playoffs bracket wasn't revealed at this point. I think in the past, in Season 6, the playoff bracket was revealed, so you could have done a bit of strategizing here, but at this point, the bracket was not yet revealed, so you kind of just had to do your best, hope you got a favorable matchup. But anyways, going forward, we've got our last match for the division for this week.
And Nick could not drop out at this point because we had Menma lose.
No.
But he, just affects where he is in the rankings. But Nick is at this point so guaranteed. But it is Nick of the Loafville Lanturns versus Spood of the Southtown Sandslashers. And Spood looking for that victory here at the end.
Yeah. Going into this match, I think I did lend Spood a hand this week. I really wanted to see him get a win. He had a rough few weeks because of RNG, and then a match against Vincent, which at this point he was looking, at the time of their match, he was looking uncontested, so I don't think anybody really wanted to fight Vincent. But at this point, Spood is coming in with 1 win. He wants to turn it into 2. It's just about getting the win here. Unfortunately, this match is not going to decide any sort of playoff placement.
Nope. Other than Nick,
but it just feels good to get a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels good to get a win.
It does.
I
see Martian.
We are seeing Martian, which is very good. We're going to see it used to some pretty unique effect here, I think. Mm-hmm. We're seeing both of Spood's newest trades. We're seeing Ursaluna and Dragonite, as well as some mainstays like Orthworm and Screamtail and Brute Bonnet, all very, very solid picks. On Nick's side, he's got some OU staples here. He's got the Rillaboom, the Excalibur, and the Glamora, all very huge, well-known.
I see Baby Gronk coming back.
Baby Gronk. And it's been used to very good effect here. I think Bellybolt, it's built up a very big reputation of being something that just hits hard. I think in the past, people have fallen into the trap of just trying to chip this thing, and that makes sense. It's very hard to kill this thing in 1 hit. Whether it's very bulky set, it can tear. So if it tears water, it's going to shrug off a ground hit pretty well, and then it's going to have its Electromorphosis. It's going to click Parabolic Charge. It's going to look pretty good. So we're going to have to see if going into this match, Spood's going to be able to kind of plan around that. See if you can get around Bellybolt.
Do the Y thing and not touch it.
Yeah, just not touch it. Just like build your stats up until you're good enough to kill it in a hit, because that's how you kind of stop it from snowballing.
Yeah. But you know what? I think we just gotta watch it. I think we just gotta see what happens. Yeah. We got a Rillaboom lead and a Screamtail lead.
Rillaboom, of course, a good lead. It gets Fake Out. It's a pretty decent speed tier, so I think you can kind of pivot to do whatever you want with Rillaboom turn 1. Very good lead.
Spood setting up hazards very smartly, which works really well. Losing the weakness policy, that does suck.
Substitute.
Yep. Substitute trying to get set
heavy
up, but
slam.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing a second substitute here, which I think is really interesting. I'm not sure what it's for. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say it would be to stall out the grassy terrain. If so, good. You're saving a turn of healing. I think that was smartly played if that was the intention.
Yeah. Ice Spinner coming in and
Ice Spinner.
Not doing a lot, really. Martian coming in on this, though, and Moonlight bringing this back to full effect.
Moonlight. This is definitely a defensively built Ursaluna. Probably, if I had to hazard a guess, probably defense, special attack investment. Group on it, getting the kill.
Yeah, let's go. Quillfish coming back out because it just intimidates us all day, and it's a very safe switch in. Nick just playing it safe as well, and you turning right out there, going into Glamora against this, expecting a Bar Barrage or something to come up. Doubles into Belly Bolt, expecting to be hit by something potentially.
Orthworm coming out.
Yep.
Shed Tail. So it is not. Spood is not attacking Belly Bolt, so the Electromorphosis is not kicking in. So the sub does not go down to the Volt Switch. Very good.
Yep. So
Dragon Dance.
That's a roar.
Yep. Goes right past the substitute, which is pretty unfortunate, but not the end of the world.
But Cody's seeing this and taking some time because he's seeing what moves this has. He's like, this doesn't really hit me that hard, so he sends Quillfish back out. And you're like, well, why would you do that? But he's got so many hazards he wants to set up. He's got rocks, he's got one-layer spikes. He's bringing this back out because he knows he needs those hazards in place. They're going to make or break
the Icy Winds coming out in front of Orthworm, I'm going to say they were for a Shed Tail into Dragonite, which I think is a good play from Nick. It's very cautious.
Yep.
I think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
Icewind at least getting the speed drops. But Moon just... Oh,
Solid Miracle, Icy Wind dropping the speed enough to where this just kills that.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I don't know if Nick wanted that thing to just, like, deal a little bit more damage for the Miracle to kill that turn. Still, Ursaluna went down either way.
Nick going into Glimmer, expecting Quillfish to come out, but Cody going into Orthworm. Martian coming back out.
Switching here.
Yeah.
But each switch is very important for both teams. Now, Spood is benefiting a little bit more from the hazards.
Yeah.
He's got the spikes set up.
Shed Tail coming back into this thing. Parabolic Charge doing nothing for this.
Not damaging the Belly Bolt, which is very good on Shed Tail. You know, compared to U-Turn or Volt Switch, you're not triggering the Electromorphosis.
Yeah. And Cody just freely sets this up with Martian gone.
Yep.
Rillaboom coming out. We are going to get Fake Out coming in here, getting the flinch, getting rid of the multi-scale, which is great.
Yes. Now, trying the Roost, trying to get it back. The U-Turn. Now, Dragonite was grounded this turn because of Roost, so it gets the benefit from the grassy terrain, but unfortunately, the U-Turn just dealt a little too much.
Yep.
Ice Shard, so the E-Speed definitely go and try to beat the Ice Shard out, but unfortunately, Excalibur's got a bit of bulk to it.
Spood not clicking Sucker Punch there. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah. Still, I'm sure the... Now, everything on Spood's side is looking pretty chipped here. It's looking pretty dicey for him.
It really is at this point.
Yeah, and Rillaboom is pretty healthy, but in front of Quillfish, it's not really going to do a whole lot. The Barbarage, getting that 50% poison. Very nice.
Yeah.
Knock off the Eviolite, also good. Good plays on both sides. grassy terrain, helping them both bounce back.
Yeah, going for Crunch, probably expecting a switch out into Glamora, but it never did. But now we have Glamora coming out and taking a lot of damage. Like, we just see how oppressive the hazards are that Spood is set up. And at this point...
So the power gem, I am very surprised it didn't Mortal Spin here.
Yeah, by the way, the group bonnet on the 1% coming in.
Yeah.
Not dying to that. And then going for Spore.
Yep.
Sleeping baby Gronk. Allowing Cody to hopefully get 1 turn of sleep. 2 turns of sleep.
Now the Electromorphosis has now been triggered, but because it's asleep.
And it's still asleep on the 3rd turn. Cody gets to be able to kill that, and then Rowan comes in, dies to hazards.
Adds to the chip. So, very well played on both sides. I think it was a very evenly matched. It was very fun to watch. Just wanted to get the win there. This did not hurt Nick's placement at all. Very nice for Spoo to get the win. So this is a very nice outcome to see for both sides, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What a cool match. What a really fun match for both of them to do. And at that point, we're off to playoffs. We're looking at these final scores. I'll pull up the bracket actually in just a second as well.
Sure.
But until then, you want to read the top half of playoffs and I'll read the bottom half?
Sure, why not?
About playoffs of like who makes it, who doesn't for the season.
Yeah. So, number 1 in the division, pretty unsurprisingly, given his past 6 weeks, it's Vincent of the Heerlen Hawluchas at 7 wins, 0 losses, and 21 differential.
That's insane.
Surprisingly, not the season leader, but I think we're going to have to see that in the teal division. Stick around if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah.
Don't drop that. Dedennes Bananas, 4 and 3 with a 9 differential at 2nd place. Nick of the Loafville Lanturns, 4 and 3 with an 8 differential, very close to 2nd place. Very nice. Black Captain, Martian Mantines, 4 and 3 with a differential of 2. Very satisfying descending order, rounding out at 4th place.
Yeah. With the bottom half, those who are not making it into playoffs is Menma at a 3 and 4, -2. Spood of the Southtown Sandslashers at a 2 and 5, -9. Rowan of the Lansdowne Luxrays at a 2 and 5, -13, and another 2 and 5 with Jake at the bottom in last place at a -16. Spood bringing that back though and ending up in 6th place. He had been in last place for a couple weeks there, but played super well these last couple matches and brought himself back from the brink of at least being in last place. But with that being said, we do have Vincent guaranteed for the bye for Scarlet Division with the other 3 going to get their matches ready. I'll go ahead and pull up real quick the bracket if I can find wherever
you have a bracket.
The bracket. It's somewhere.
Really spoiling the other videos, but
I mean, at this point,
that's fine.
I mean,
Scarlet Division is the palate finisher. It's the dessert, if you will. I assume you've seen this video last.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Not any spoilers.
Well, if you don't want spoilers, you gotta go check out the other videos. But I'm pulling this up right now, and what we're looking at,
nice looking bracket.
Yeah, it is a nice looking bracket. Thank you. We do have Nick and Claire fighting first week. I don't know who this Claire is. Yeah.
Oh, who would that be? I'm Cabral. I said that earlier at the beginning, so.
It's true. We do have Miami Milotics and the Martian Mantines also playing this week. All the M teams are here, by the way. I just kind of realized.
They're all here.
Yep.
Any other Scarlet Division? Let's see.
Oh, you're for M teams? While you look for M teams, we do have Brussels Espiant and Wishy Washies fighting as well first week, and Bananas and Milo also fighting in the first week, with Scoots, Aurora, Vincent, and Crack Cricketoons all getting the buys. And Y'all have to check out the playoffs videos with Spoon and I, because we didn't make playoffs this season.
I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah. So you gotta check those out. But I'm very eager to see where this goes. We got a lot of cool teams. We got some new people as well making the playoffs.
Yeah. Pretty excited. New people. Yeah. Miami Milotics, Martian Mantines, and the Canadian Cot. I think those were the 3 people that haven't made playoffs before. So congratulations to them.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if it's in the cards that I fight any of you in the future. That would be pretty exciting. I do want to get that run back on. Well, if you haven't seen Violet yet, I guess you'll have to see. But I will like to get that second match with them. So we're going to have to see if we meet in Grands.
Ooh, we'll have to see. But with that being said, that's all we got for this one. Thank you for all being awesome and wonderful. Thanks for enjoying Season 7 of Double Dip. We're here at the end of it, basically. That's the end of the regular season. It's all playoffs now. Special live stream coming up and everything as well for like the final 4 matches after we get past the second week. It's going to be intense. It's going to be a crazy ride, but you got to stick around. You got to find out how all these players line up on the final leaderboards. Claire, thank you for helping me host this season of Double Dip.
It's been a delight, and if Scarlet Division is the last video you see, it seems like that is going to be the last you see of me in these analysis videos. It's been a real pleasure. I really appreciate you having me on, bro.
Yeah, and congrats on playoffs, by the way. I'm very sad that I didn't make it, but that's okay.
Got your Vaporeon, I'm carrying on your spirit.
So true. But that's all we got. Thank you so much for enjoying Double Dip. I'll be back with Spood for the last of the playoffs, but then we're going to wrap up, and Double Dip's going to be shut down again like usual for probably a little bit, but it comes back. It'll be back. We'll be back.
It is inevitable.
And we'll be ready for when Season 8 drops. But for now, we got some playoffs to watch. Okay, bye.